Jai Mata Di. Well, Abhimanyu, the life was restricted on board ship. I understand. You had a very casual and a cool life when you were in college in Manipal University. I understand that. And there was a change when you went to your GME college. I want you to tell us in a bit detail ki what did you find, how did your life change when you entered the GME college? What sudden change did you see?
GME college in general, as opposed to a normal engineering college, follows a bit more a strict routine. Like at a certain place and a time, you're supposed to be somewhere. Like your morning fall in, then you have classes and workshop and evening fall in. So you cannot just bump classes or just say like I don't feel like going there. You're supposed to be there, and there are no excuses. I mean, of course, genuine excuses are there, but most of the times you cannot. You have to be there. So that instills a sense of routine and a strict sense of discipline. Not strict, but a sense of discipline, I would say, which is lacking in normal engineering colleges. So that sense of discipline and sense of routine that everyone, and this it helps in uh, making most of the time. Like you get better at utilizing your time and segregating your time. Like I have 1 hour. Like normally previously 1 hour in my engineering college, I used to just sit and waste 1 hour, but not in GME colleges, because GME colleges, those hours are very precious, because most of the times you're either in workshop or in fallen or doing this, doing that. So you get very few hours to yourself to actually study or relax or whatever. So you make the most out of it. So I guess in that sense, uh, routine or discipline is higher in the GME colleges. But what I'd like to add, that what makes life much easier in a GME college as opposed to being on a ship, is that you're not alone in a GME college. You have your batchmates. You have at least 40 to 50 batchmates, and you have 40 to 50 seniors. So you have a lot of contemporaries, and if you get stuck or if you're not, you have a lot of people to go to, and you have a lot of friends, as opposed to being on a ship where you're the only one. And if if you don't get that confidence from your seniors, so is that that might make life a bit difficult. But that was not my case though. So
Okay, let me put it this way, in a simplified way. Abhimanyu says that when you are in a GME college, yes, you are under a strict discipline. First of all, let me elaborate. Why is it so? Abhimanyu, is it right that there's a strict time to sleep and to get up, and there you can go on Sundays only outside? It's a fixed pattern, fixed schedule which is followed. You have to shave every day morning. You need to wear clean dress and need to be update all the time. Is it right?
yeah, that is expected. I mean, you don't have a specific time to sleep, but you have a specific time to wake up. So it's your own when you decide to go to sleep.
Okay, okay,
It's
okay.
your own.
Now, guys, see, this is very, very important. And as Abhimanyu said before, that this is your first stepping stone to ship. Understand? No 2 days on ship are same. Ship is not like a corporate culture. It is way more different. So, वहाँ पर you will become a liability if you are not disciplined, if you are not punctual. So that sense of discipline and punctuality is instilled in those 8 months into you. Okay, you can't take this culture, this shipping fraternity lightly. It is a culture way more difficult than you would have thought. And now come and join us. Is it right, Abhimanyu?
That's right. Yeah, you have to be on your toes. You have
You
to be
have to be.
available all the time, because you don't have any replacements, right? Like if you decide that I don't want to come today, or I don't feel like, there's no one else gonna do your job. You are the only one at Mixi.
Okay. So Abhimanyu, actually, what Abhimanyu wanted to say was, see, when in GME as compared to ship, your life is easy because there are 40 people or 80 people along with you who are doing the same routine every day. So you know, if I am struggling, this guy is also struggling along with me. It makes it way more easy. But when he was on ship, he was the only junior engineer over there. And he was, what his life was, he was the only one living that life. Right, Abhimanyu?
Yes, that's correct.
So there was no one with whom he could share his pain with. There was no one with whom who could share his struggles with.
I
And that's where he
No
could
one who
have
could I
excelled.
could relate with.
क्या कह रहे हो
Yeah,
अभिमन्यु?
please continue. Please continue, please.
नहीं नहीं हो गया मेरा, तुम बोलो क्या कह रहे थे? What were you saying?
I was saying no one I could relate to, like no one who could relate to me on my day-to-day basis, because I was the only one doing.
Yeah, I
Same,
understand.
repeating your point.
Yes. There was no one who he could relate with. Definitely understood. Now, Abhimanyu, so I understand 8 months you completed on board in GME college, and then how much time did you wait before joining your first ship?
I waited around July to August.
How much?
4 months, 4.5 months.
4.5 months you waited. 4.5 months approximately. Well, guys, in till the time Abhimanyu comes back, you can see that Abhimanyu's photo is in a trance state right now. I would like to add something, and that is ki Abhimanyu. Okay, he'll be coming joining us shortly. What I want to say is, guys, he waited for 4.5 months, but I can assure you, if you are amongst the topmost rankers, you will join much early. Abhimanyu is back. Abhimanyu,
Yes.
what was your
Yeah,
rank in
that's.
your college? What was your rank in your college academically?
I was 13. I, wa- I was 13th,
13th.
1-3.
1-3. Okay, so the first ranker also took 4.5 months to join, or he joined earlier, much earlier than you? Well, guys, with the feedbacks that I have got over a period, all I know is, Abhimanyu, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you are doing academically well, you get a priority to join ship early. Second priority is if you have completed your paperwork as early as possible, you get a priority to join early. Is it right, Abhimanyu?
Yes, definitely, sir. I know people who have joined one. The main time taker is your US visa. The first time when you join, it takes time to, because you have to apply for a seat in US visa. And I know people who have joined within, because once you pass out, you need to do your Octo courses and your GTFC, your gas tanker courses. So that takes around 2 weeks. After that, you have to apply for your US visa, and that will take around, depends on when you get your appointment. So I myself delayed my joining. I could have taken a seat because I passed out in July. I could have taken a seat in August for my US visa interview. So I would have gotten my US visa in September, and I could have joined ship mid-September. That was like 2 months. But I personally, I deliberately chose a later date so I could spend a little more time at home. So I know people who have joined as soon as possible, and sometimes they make you join earlier also if you don't have a US visa and you have urgency. If you have urgency, I think people join way before me, and I don't think it is something to do with ranks. I mean, your rank, at least in my institute, the rank depends as in how fast you get your oil tanker and gas tanker courses done. Apart from that, I don't think rank plays a vital role. It depends on how fast you get it done, mostly.
Okay, so let me reframe it again for all those people, those who could not get the audio of Abhimanyu very properly. One thing he says that rank is not one of the criterias for joining ship early, but yes, rank is one of the criterias for doing your OTFC and GTFC course as early as possible. Because once you do them, then only you can go for your US visa. Abhimanyu himself delayed his US visa because he wanted to take it a bit easy. He wanted to spend some time with his family, and that's why otherwise he could have joined much earlier within 2 months, within a span of 2 months. Is it right, Abhimanyu? Have I reframed it right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay,
That's correct.
Abhimanyu. So tumne yaar, see, you joined after 4.5 months. Acha, now, was it the first time that you were sitting on a flight, or you had earlier also you have sit on flights, or have you ever traveled internationally before?
That was the first time I was traveling internationally.
So how was the experience? Can you just please share your experience with us?
International flights are just like domestic flights, but they're longer, and I guess they're just longer. But it's nice. The experience is nice. For the first time, you get to
Acha,
see the outside world.
how long was your journey to your port from where you were joining, and what was your joining port?
My joining port was Amsterdam, and I had taken a flight from Calcutta to Bombay, then Bombay to London, and London to Amsterdam. So I guess it was the entire thing took about 24 hours.
Okay, and
So
what was the feeling that you were going through those entire 24 hours? Was it anxiety? Was it nervousness? Was it a stress state of